You are not your mistakes. One of the greatest lies that a man can believe is that his worst decisions have revealed who he truly is, or his worst reactions. The ancients would have rejected this. Plato taught that education is not the filling of an empty vessel, but the tuning of the soul. The soul, as well as the individual, can always be reoriented towards the good. It is never imprisoned by yesterday. The man is never imprisoned unless he refuses to turn. Homer tells the same story through his heroes. Odysseus. He makes costly mistakes. He loses men. His pride sometimes blinds him. His curiosity becomes dangerous. His victories are often followed by hardship of his own making. Yet, Homer never invites us to define Odysseus by his failures. He asks that we judge him by what he does next. The hero is not the man who never falls. The hero is the man who refuses to build his identity around that fall. The later theurgists carried this idea even further. Nothing in the soul is beyond purification. Nothing noble is ever truly wasted. Every trial can become an offering. Every wound can become wisdom. Every failure can become the very material from which character is forged. The ancients understood something modern cultures often forget. Fire does not merely destroy, it transforms. The blacksmith places iron into the flame, not to ruin it, but to reveal what it can become. The soul and the individual is no different. This is why the Homeric man does not spend time or his life apologizing for his past or worshiping it. He worries about the next right thing. He looks at his errors and he works with it. He looks at himself and he disciplines. He transmutes everything into strength. When George Washington made costly military errors, he did not conclude that he was a failure. He corrected what could be corrected, learned what could be learned, and continued to lead. Had he believed that one defeat defined him, there would have been no victory to remember. Archery is a good analogy for sometimes how life can feel. The bow teaches similar truths. When an arrow is drawn backward, it appears to be moving away from its destination. But the retreat is not failure, it's preparation. Without the tension, there is no flight. Without resistance, there is no force. Many of us mistake seasons of pressure, uncertainty, and apparent regression as evidence that life is moving against us. Perhaps these are the very moments drawing the string. Perhaps what feels like being pulled backwards is the hidden work required to carry you farther than you could have imagined. In theurgy, ascent rarely begins with escape. It begins with purification. Old illusions are stripped away. False identities are burned away. The soul is pulled tight until only what is essential remains. Then it is released. Don't call yourself broken. Broken wood is discarded. The soul isn't wood. It's a living force. It can turn, it can ascend, it can become. Your past is not your prison. Shame is an empty prison with no guards. The question is not what has happened to you. The question is what kind of soul you will forge from it. For no Homeric hero was remembered because he lived without error. He was remembered because after every error, he chose greatness again.